The opinions and views expressed by individuals during this broadcast are their own. They may not be the opinions of this network, their groups, or other organizations they may be involved.
I've been a bad, bad girl. I've been careless with a delicate man. And it's a sad, sad world when a girl will break a boy just because she can. And don't you tell me to deny it. I've done wrong and I wanna suffer for my sin. I've come to you cause I need guidance to be true. And I just don't know where I can begin. Oh, what I need is a good defense. Cause I'm feeling like a criminal. And I need to be redeemed to the one I've sinned against. Because he's all I ever knew of love.
Hello, welcome to my second episode of Unapologetically Misbehaving with Sheriann. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate it. Today's special guest is Brittany Shand from Smoke Arsenal. Brittany is the Senior Key Account Manager for Smoke Arsenal. Smoke Arsenal is a prominent Canadian wholesaler and distributor of smoking accessories, vaping products, and cannabis-related hardware based in Etobicoke, Ontario since 2017. They primarily source retailers across Canada with B2B distribution and cash and carry. Smoke Arsenal is widely known for its extensive catalogs of accessories. They have the Walmart of 420. They are the Kmart of cannabis products. They carry rolling trays, glassware, water pipes, essential accessories, vaping products. So without further ado, let's please welcome my special guest, Brittany, to my show. Hi, Brittany.
Hi, Sheriann. I can't
How
hear
are ya?
you.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
Okay, hold on.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Hold on. Where am I?
She's on her phone. Message her. She needs to log out and log back in. She probably got a call and it cut off her audio. If she
Okay,
does
I can hear you,
comes-
Kim.
You can hear me? Because
Yeah.
I can hear Sheriann.
Yeah,
So-
I'll leave and I'll come back. Give me a second.
Okay, that's all right.
Okay.
Come back in and wait for ya. That's all right. So Brittany works for Smoke Arsenal. She's been there since 2017. From what I can see, Brittany kind of runs the show. Yeah. So we got to ask her about that too, because I'm excited to know a little bit more about that stuff and so on and so forth. So I don't know if you guys have been to Smoke Arsenal, but it is a 55 square foot. Oh, there she is. Can you hear me yet?
I can hear you.
Yay! Awesome.
I'm here.
You're here. And that was quick, a lot quicker than me. I'd have been crying. So that's awesome. Have
I
another
figured it out, don't worry.
smoke of your bowl.
Yeah, I had to do that first. That was what it was. That was what it was.
I do
How are
a
you,
little bit.
Sheriann?
I'm doing awesome, Brittany. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm happy that the sad winter season is over and we're getting into the nice time.
Are we really in the nice time yet?
We're almost there.
I swore
I know, me in a hoodie and a hat.
I think it tried to snow in Toronto today. I didn't even want to go out and look when I saw those. I don't know. Maybe it was just
I
big
know.
rain, but it was.
I know.
Yeah,
You know what? You know what? The optimism comes from, I think, the sun coming out at like 6 a.m. That gives me a little bit of hope. That's
Well, it
what it
is a
is.
beautiful, it's been a really beautiful, living on the ninth floor right downtown Toronto has been a beautiful sunrise, right? Sunrise, sunset. So sunset goes down, sunrise.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a
Yeah.
beautiful sunrise
Sunrise.
where you can, all the buildings downtown Toronto just light up and it's
Yeah,
absolutely
it's beautiful.
beautiful. So you are, like I said earlier, you are the senior. I always love to put that senior in there because it means you earned it. Senior key account manager for
I
Smoke
did.
Arsenal. And you have been there. How long have you been there now, Brittany? What year did you start working there?
Just over 3 years. So I
Oh.
hit 3 years February 1st. So 3 years and a bit.
And did you start, what did you start off as? What was your title right off the bat? Were
So
you
I
senior? Did
started
you work
off.
your way up?
Well, it's funny because when I initially interviewed at Smoke Arsenal, they were very much so a nicotine forward company. We had always done cannabis accessories, but they were very, very nicotine focused at the
Right.
time. Elf Bar was a massive brand in 2023, still is now, but it was really in the boom then. So
Okay.
in my interview, I said, "Look, I'd love to be here, but I want nothing to do with nicotine. I don't care.
It's funny, when I was
I
doing up these
want to
questions, I
try."
thought the same thing. So sorry,
I was
go
like,
on.
"Look,
Sorry.
well, and that's just it. I was like, look, I know that it's honestly it's where the money's at,
It's a
obviously with
business.
nicotine, but I have no interest in it, and I know that I won't be interested in a job if I'm not interested in what I'm selling." So, my manager Ozzy, he told me, "Go ahead, try it." So I tried it out, and I was on my lonesome for quite a bit. And then a couple months later, I think we all know, if we know me, we know Sasha.
Yeah.
And a
Mhm.
couple months later, Sasha got hired, and same exact thing. He wanted to be on the cannabis side. Maybe 6 months after that, John got hired, and we have our little cannabis team, and we've been going strong ever since.
And I've noticed it's men. Or sorry, you're the only woman, and it's mainly men.
You
How's
know
that work?
what? It's
That's
so
a good
funny.
thing. Do you think that's I would say that's, I hate to say it because I am all about women, but it is sometimes less stressful when you have a little less women because you get a lot of drama with women, right? I mean,
Well,
some
and
with
you know
men
what
too,
too?
but
Well, and men can be dramatic.
yeah,
Men
of
can
course,
be dramatic.
for sure.
That being said, I grew up with a lot of male friends, male influences. My dad was really close to me growing up. So I think I've always had that charisma where I get along with boys and men really well.
Right.
And obviously that works inside of the workplace, but it
Yep.
does also work outside of the workplace too.
Yep.
A lot of men own cannabis stores. There's a lot of men in cannabis store positions to be able to get along with them and banter. It is something that is definitely an advantage, but I love my women. I'd love someone on the
Is
team
it
one
is
day.
it a challenge with is it a challenge with the men in the industry? Do they kind of look down at you because they're men and like kind of like
um,
they think they might know more because of that? I mean, a little bit. We're
it's
talking, but let's
such a
just be
valid
honest here. You
question.
don't have to say any names, but do you feel that way that some of
Well,
the
and
men
you
in
know
the
what,
industry look
Sheriann?
down at you?
Well, and you know what is funny is I think when I first started, I don't know if I want to say I was looked down on, but I was definitely looked at as not as strong as maybe a male
Younger,
that had started in the position
younger.
that I was in.
Yeah.
Yeah, younger too, right? I was put in a position too that was brand new in the company.
Hmm.
And I had just come from working in cannabis stores. I knew
Yeah.
nothing about sales. Everything
Okay,
was
so
all
that's
new
where
to me.
you're answering questions before I got to them. But anyway,
Uh,
that's okay. It's good. I want to know this stuff.
but but yeah, but I think that, and it's definitely not a looked down upon thing anymore.
No,
I had
definitely not.
to
You've
get
proved
my way
yourself.
here. Well, and you know what, Sheriann? I think a lot of people are familiar with Paul Harris. He was with Ongrok for a long time,
Yeah.
and he's been my manager now for a little over a year.
Yeah.
And I can't even explain the amount of confidence he brings to me.
So he's
We will
been
be
your
on phone
mentor.
calls with, yeah, like we'll be on phone calls with really high up execs, anyone in the company, and all he does is praise me and say good things about me. And it's just, it's really nice not only to have a man doing that, but also have a manager. But he's such also a good friend,
Well, yeah, you
and
need
I
the
think
support.
it's grown me over the past year in ways that I didn't even know I could grow
Mhm.
to.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. And that's very important, because
Yeah.
if you don't have, if somewhere you're working doesn't give you the tools to grow, then you're going to get stuck and you're going to hate your job.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's amazing because you've gone, and that, like, these are part of my questions, and I'm going to wait till we get to them. But I was going to ask you about the whole tobacco in there. And so I'm really thrilled that you were able to show them that how marketable cannabis is, and that you've turned this company around from just wanting to deal with tobacco products to being more probably nationally known now, more probably for cannabis products than for tobacco products.
Well,
What do you
well,
think?
and it's tough too, because we've opened a warehouse in BC and we've also
Yep.
opened a warehouse in Quebec in the past
Yep.
2 years too. So that's helped us grow.
Yeah.
That being said, our cannabis side is just astronomical. I mean, we
Yeah.
are bringing in 25 to 50 new products daily. It's crazy, but I do I tell everybody this. With nicotine, it is obviously we're selling addiction. It
Yeah.
is something that is gonna be sold kind of no matter what.
Yeah.
And cannabis is one of those things as well. And you cannot smoke cannabis without accessories.
Right.
So that's where I come in.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what I tell
Thankful,
everybody. I'm like,
thankful for you.
you can be a store and just you can be a store and just carry weed, but at least carry a lighter, like.
Absolutely. And everything that goes with it. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, if I go into a
That's
cannabis store, if I go in a dispensary and they don't have, and it's just weed, it's kind of boring to me. I like to go in and it's kind of like
yeah,
yeah, the grown up candy store, right? For us. So we
and
want it to
that's
be,
it.
yeah, we want it to, and we want to be able to go in and if, let's say, we want to try a product and we don't have the smoking accessory for it, we want to be able to one shop it all, right? We don't want to have to pick up the weed or whatever, the hash, and then go to a different place just to get the smoking accessories if
Yeah,
we can get it all in one shot, right? So yeah, that totally makes
exactly,
sense.
exactly.
So I'm just going to kind of follow my notes, but we are going to go back to some of the things that you did address. But I want to know,
Yeah.
so what are the best sellers today that you guys are selling, regardless if they're tobacco or 420? What are your biggest sellers right now?
Man, bestseller. Well, you know what? I'll even start on the tobacco side right now because I
Sure.
have it in my hand.
Okay.
These aloe nudes right now, these 50K devices are
Nice.
just doing amazing on the nicotine side of things. Really, really good flavor. It's got the clear tank, so you can
Yeah.
see your
Pretty
e-liquid in the bottom.
cutesy.
This this vape's doing phenomenally well. And Sheriann, that's funny is because of the way the world is going right now and the way stores are moving right now, a lot of stores, and I mean a lot of cannabis stores, are looking into their nicotine licenses and they're splitting their stores in half. So
Because they're
there's a lot
struggling.
of stores that are coming to me right now, and it's kind of like talking to myself 3 years ago. They're like, I've been in weed, I know it all, but now I need to get into nicotine and I'm not sure how.
Yeah.
So it is nice to be able to kind of also have both sides of that, especially now,
Mhm.
to be able to help these store owners, that I've worked with for three
And
plus
who
years.
knew, right? And who knew, right? But I
Who
mean, you do.
knew?
It's a business.
Who
It
knew?
is a business. It is a business at the end of the day. So, you need to gear towards where you're going to make money, right? We all got to
It's true.
work, got to pay the
And it's
bills,
true.
right? I mean, you're
It's
not
very
you're not
true.
forcing anybody to smoke cigarettes. That's their own choice.
No.
You're just providing a service, and if you didn't provide this service, another company will. So it might as well be you,
And that's it, right? So,
right?
and to go back to your question on the cannabis side of things, so people might have seen it in store. It's our Arsenal line that we've came out with in the last year. Arsenal is anything from grinders, bowl pieces, bongs itself, really any accessory in between, but it's the Arsenal line. So it's obviously our Smoke
And it's
Arsenal
it's
home
amazing.
brand.
I've seen it. It's amazing. I
It's
love it.
doing so well,
I
and
love it.
along with it too, is I'm honestly seeing less returns and issues on lines that I would expect to have more. So I can really back myself on the Arsenal stuff.
That's awesome.
And people can make a decent profit margin, which stores really liking as well. And they sell well in store, and the end consumer also really enjoys them.
Well, you guys like
So
your products look good. They're affordable. You guys have like the top notch of every product. Like you guys are
we
way more
try.
advanced than any other company that I've seen across Canada. I don't know. I'm not so familiar with the entire world, but from what I've seen, you guys like, I'm so excited every time I see you guys as a booth at an event because you're not repetitive either. Like you guys don't put out the same shit every time. You guys are, you show your stuff. Like, so the last event that I was at, you had that product we were talking about now out of the table, and it right away caught my eye because it reminds me of like pop art, right? And that's kind of what it is. So of course, right away it caught my eye. And then your prices are the next biggest thing. Is sometimes you have to wonder if it's almost too good to be true because your prices are so affordable. And then you just have such a variety. Like you know, like when I would love to actually come to Smoke Arsenal one time and do like just run around your store. Like a big kid and do
You
like
have
you do
to. No,
like
you have to.
your videos and stuff. They're so great because you guys got so much product, so much to look at. It's like it's like a toy store for adults, right? It's very exciting.
It
I
is.
love
That's what I
it. Yeah,
tell people. It's a different form of a Costco in a more fun way.
yes,
But I think it's really valuable to be able to feel and look at a product rather than just be able to look at it online. I
absolutely.
mean, we have customers in Ontario that are driving from Ottawa, Thunder Bay all the time just because
Everywhere.
they want to shop in store. They find it so much more valuable to do that.
And you guys are really
The amount
personable
of
and helpful.
Oh well, and we try,
You
and you
are.
know what? And along with being able to shop in store, like we'll box up your stuff and you can leave right away.
Yeah,
So it's
you guys
not
are.
like you're picking your stuff around and we're shipping it out and it's coming to you a couple days later. You can shop in store, you can bring it
That's
home
awesome.
with you.
Yeah, yeah,
But I think we all have ordered something online and it looks exactly the opposite of what we thought it would, or it looks 10 times smaller or 10 times
yeah,
bigger.
yeah.
So obviously to be able to see and feel and touch something in
And
person
it's just better
causes
for
a
you
lot of
guys. It's
happiness.
And it's better for you guys too, because once they come in, it's kind of like a dollar store, I think, right? They might go in there geared forget one thing, but then you guys got so much stuff. You're gonna
All
leave
the
with a
time.
cart full
All
of
the
shit
time.
because it's like it's even better than IKEA because you got more variety and it's so affordable, right? So yeah, no, I'm one of these days.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So it's wholesale only, no retail, huh? You guys ever?
It's
Yeah,
whole it's wholesale only. So, and you know what's funny is I know you're gonna ask if we'll ever do retail.
yeah, I'm gonna ask
The
that right now.
owners Well, and the owners of the company did have to sign paperwork that they can't open a retail store, unfortunately, because
Okay,
they have the full access to wholesale, obviously.
gotcha.
But Sheriann, you're more than welcome. Come over
Yeah.
anytime.
Oh, I know. I'm actually
You
just thinking
know,
for everybody because you guys got such amazing stuff. Everybody, you just can't keep it a secret. But whatever, if you need it,
yeah,
then I mean, if you really want it that badly, I guess just go to your local dispensary, and I'll tell you a few here in a little bit of who's been carrying your stuff, and then we'll just send them over there to get your stuff in their dispensary, right? So
and that's it. And that's it.
yeah,
And you know what? This is a slight bit of a spoiler tease that I'll even say. So we are looking into potentially doing some sort of maybe monthly program where we have people in the industry come in. Maybe it's a paint night, maybe it's I don't know, something along those lines.
that would be
And you get to
awesome.
see the warehouse, you get to check it out. We are figuring out the logistics and back end of it, but we are looking into it. So definitely keep that on your
We
radar.
we really need that in our industry. We're really everything, as you know, is disappearing.
Yeah.
And we need some new things. Like I've been looking around the entire world. Like we suck here in Canada for our events now. Out west, they're doing some pretty exciting stuff.
They
Um,
are.
they are. We're not. We're fading here.
We're not.
We're
East Coast too. I will shout out the
yes.
East Coast.
No, they're on my list too. These coasts, they're doing things too. I'm
Good.
watching them too. Okay, I'm watching them
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
They're on my
they
list.
are.
We're gonna address that too. Yeah. So yeah. Shit, where was that? So we need to address that too, because the East Coast is doing really well. West Coast is doing really well. We need to start getting along and working together more, I think, here in this part of Canada, and help each other more. Because I think what's happening is we're just hating on each other, and we're just like getting these events shut down, or people just don't want to go because it's just not fun anymore. We need to make the events fun. So these event organizers, we need to make these events more fun. In the States, they have bands. They have, like you said, they have painting at these events. They have so many things
glass blowing.
Glass blowing too. I could just like everything, like so many things that would cater to every single person in the cannabis industry. And not, but it's just so much. It looks so fun, and
I think that's, and I sorry to cut you off, but I think that's key to say is like the cannabis industry people and not. That's the issue with Canada right now.
We're going to hit on that one too. I got lots of questions and lots of things I want to address, because I think,
as much as I love seeing everybody, it's repetitive.
I agree. Okay, so we got 9 minutes before break. So I'm going to just cut right to that since we're at that. Where's those questions here? Okay, stigma. We're just going to cut right to that. Stigma between bud tenders and the rest of us in the 420 community. So this is how I feel. Okay.
Tell me.
When I became in this industry 9 years ago, that was 9 years ago. I moved to Toronto, Ontario in 2000. So I've been here 6 years. Mm-hmm. So I started just showing up at every cannabis event. I was at every cannabis event. I told everybody I could that cannabis oil was keeping me alive. I told everybody I would network people. I would help promote other people's products, because I would trust them, and I'd I'd be a guinea pig and say, like, this is amazing, because that's what I think we should all be about, is helping each other grow our businesses and grow who we are. And if we have a message, like my brand is I fight cancer with cannabis oil successfully, and that's why I'm here. I'm not here because I'm a bud tender. No offense to bud tenders, but let me tell you something. OCS is making a division. I don't know if it's OCS, but somebody is, and I'm not happy about it. So when I come here 6 years ago, I got invited. Tickets for every single event sent me tickets everywhere. Everybody's going, oh, did you have to pay for your ticket? No, I got invited because and I do not like that word influencer. I'm not even going to go there because I'm not an influencer. I am an educator. So I would go and I would educate people. And so I would get a lot of product. But like I said, I would sit with people. I would post their pictures of their product, blah, 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 blah. And then what happened in about like 3 years ago or 2 years ago, all of a sudden, all these companies that would have me come in and promote their products, and I did, all of a sudden they're like, well, you're not a bud tender. And I'm like, well, you know what? I got my cancel number specifically so that I could go to events and sample product legally. I am severely disabled, even though I don't look at it. So if anybody's just jumping on here now, I'm severely disabled. I have brain cancer. I have a brain tumor. So I have no math skills, short-term memory, and a few other things that if I worked in a dispensary, I would probably get beat up the first day I was there. Because first of all, I'd forget everything. I can't do math skills. So I would get so nervous if I was counting money back. And I can't do it. I just mentally, I'm not able to do it. So I do the next best thing. I go out and I educate in the cannabis industry in the world. And people know me all around the world, just so you know. They do. But now what I'm banging into is people saying, well, you don't belong. You're not a bud tender. So it's like, okay, this industry is supposed to be all about loving each other and accepting everybody for who we are, and all trying to spread the word about the plant. So my question is if we want to all be a family, so like you, for instance, you're not a bud tender. So you want to go to a sampling event. Let's say you got your cancel. I don't know if you do or don't, but I'm going to say you do. Why should they say you can't sample any products because you're still selling it. You're selling your accessories with that. I go out and I promote these, whatever, anything to do with cannabis. So why am I not? And I have a cancel number, and I go to these events now, and it's just me it's only a one event really I'm talking about that has actually emailed me and asked me not to come because I'm not a bud tender. And I had to explain, well, I'm disabled, can't really work in the industry, but I got my cancel number so that I can work in the industry legally and be part of this community because I want to be part of this community. I'm part of this community. I think I'm sometimes more part of this community than bud tenders. So why am I getting thrown out? So why we need to, don't you agree that we need to, we all want to be a group. We need to be more inclusive. I don't know. That's just how I
We
feel.
do. No, and you're right. And it's a heavy loaded question. It's funny because I've always felt like since I've been in this role that I'm obviously in the community, but in a funny way because I'm not a bud tender and I'm not
Yeah, you feel like I
a
do.
part of an LP.
Yeah.
So, I've always kind of had an outsider view on it in a funny way. Um, to put it into perspective for you, on my side, I tell every new person that gets hired at my company that when we go to events, you will go home with less weed than you went to the event with. My poor staff don't get shit. We all have our bud tender license. Every single one of us has come from cannabis, and we're working the booth at the same time, but I'm not expecting a free handout. But at the same time, watching my guys see other people leave with a shit ton of weed and them go home with nothing, it does suck.
It causes a
Um,
division. It does. It causes a
it
division.
does. It makes
I
people
had,
not want to work.
yeah, I had somebody that and that I know who actually was a friend, like he is a friend of mine, and just said to me, before me and you got close, I would see you at events and you'd walk out with 8 or 9 bags. And I would think, what a bitch. How did she get all that free shit? Then I started hanging out with you and I see the work you put into it. I see you sit and you talk to every single person. You sit there and take pictures. You promote
Yeah.
for people. You tell people, I use your product. It's amazing. I don't just go to these events to get my freebies. Okay. Yeah. You want me to try your product? Like, isn't that what you're there for? Like, don't just include the bud tenders, include all of us at the event. Don't you want all of us to know that you have an amazing product? We're all a family.
That's true. And that's where it takes me to my next point I was gonna say. So I think it is partly OCS's fault and the regulations
Mm-hmm.
because they do force these LPs and these companies, like they have to track their samples. They need to know exactly where it go. It has to be within the company. And it's ruined it. It's completely ruined it because you're right. Why should you guys, even a regular consumer on the street, why are they not able to try it?
Yeah.
So I put into this perspective. You walk into a LCBO and in the summertime, they're giving you little samples to anybody.
Yeah.
They're not asking you, do you work at a distillery? Do you work at an LCBO? Are you in the industry? Do you have your smart serve? They're not asking those things. They're
I got that on the
they're
street
sampling
yesterday.
it.
And it's alcohol. I was given the
And you know what? That's on the vape side of things too. Every store we sell to gets vape sample testers so their customers can try it. So why isn't it like that on the cannabis side?
Yeah.
Because of OCS's regulations, sadly. Like
Yeah.
it's
Well, they need to
it's government regulations point blank. It's just terrible.
They need to revise it just like they need to revise their exam. That is like 15 times repetitive. Hey, doing that cancel, it's like, do you just ask that question 5 times? Like, just speed it up. I don't know if they're testing you on time or something. I don't know. But saying that, doll, we're gonna have to take a short couple-minute break so that we can introduce everybody to our sponsors, who are actually the ones that are the reason that we're here. So I just need you to hang tight, have a bathroom break, but I'll see you after the break. And
Smoke
yeah.
a little bowl.
Yeah, smoke a little bowl. I'll do the same on this end. See you in a couple
Sounds
minutes.
good, Sheriann. See you in a
Stay tuned
few.
for our sponsors, guys.
Dirty Dave, award-winning cultivator for over 4 decades. Dirty Dave, prized genetics fueled by advanced nutrients, original OG organics.
Everybody must get stoned. Yeah, well, they stone you when you're walking down the street. They stone you when you're trying.
Dirty Dave, award-winning products
They stone you when you're walking out
available
the
at
door.
these fine
They
establishments.
stone you when you put you on the floor. But I would not feel so alone. Everybody
Ask your shop to carry Dirty Dave. Contact us at dirtiesdoggies@gmail.com.
Join us for NOK Network monthly specials, 12 months a year, movie nights, spotlights on entertainment, and live on location coverage. Stay up to date about upcoming programming by subscribing to NOK Network on Rumble, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Twitch, and Facebook. Check out our webpage at www.noknetwork.com.
Hey, hi, my name is John Mark, aka Sublimator Warrior, and I would like to welcome you to Smoke Signal in Tyendinaga.
One dab make your whole dome drip sweat. One dab make the homies all dip set.
Smoke Signals, Tyendinaga.
Smoke Signals, Tyendinaga.
Smoke Signals, Tyendinaga.
Ooey, ooey, gooey, that's a sticky dab. Sticky dab. Might just have to put this one on Instagram.
Smoke Signals,
Go ahead,
Tyendinaga.
hold it in, feel it in your wrist.
Smoke Signals, Tyendinaga.
Check us out in Tyendinaga. 55 Highway 49 in Tyendinaga. It's on the res, and we're open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week.
Now we get back to the show.
All right, welcome back. All right, let's bring the Brittany back into the studio, please. Hey, Britt. How was that?
Hello.
Did you miss me? I
It was
missed
awesome.
you. Awesome.
Missed
Okay.
you.
So, in 2023, you did mention that Smoke Arsenal diversified into the tobacco industry. What sells more, cannabis accessories or tobacco?
Nicotine. Nicotine does sell more.
It
Yeah.
does.
Yes.
Wow.
Because we are selling the straight up addiction,
Okay.
it does sell more.
It does.
That being said, if I remember correctly, I believe it was the beginning of 2024, excise tax came into play, which bumped up the price of vapes so much, which
Okay.
essentially means the government got their hands on it and put their little stamps. Yeah, put their little stamps like on a cigarette box. So it bumped the price of vapes up. So vapes still sell though, right?
Yeah.
It's
You see them all
addiction.
over the
Cannabis
street.
success, and that's being it. So our goal this year, and it might happen this year, probably next year, is we want to beat the record of all-time cannabis accessories sold wholesale in Canada. And we're hoping to do that.
That's a great goal. Hey,
It's a
that's a
good goal.
really super goal. Okay,
Yeah.
so in 2024, Smoke Arsenal strengthened their West Coast presence by opening a cash and carry in Burnaby. I grew up in BC, so that's super awesome.
Did you?
I did, and yeah, I still talk to a lot of my 420 friends out there. So how obviously there was a big enough demand that you guys needed to open that store. So is it a big store out there in Burnaby? How many staff do you guys have out there, or is it all online?
So I've been out there once. It's nowhere near the size of the warehouse here in Ontario.
Yeah.
That being said, it is a decent size. It's got a nice little office. It's got a cash and carry in it, but it is probably an eighth of what we have at Smoke Arsenal in Ontario here.
Yeah.
But BC does really well. The cash and carry side does phenomenal. They're getting customers every single day and tons of it. Staff wise, I believe they're at 25, maybe 30.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's a little bit more than I actually thought.
Yeah.
No offense, but I mean, it's getting to be more known out there. I'm sure, like you guys are very well known here in Toronto. So I'm sure out there in Burnaby and in Vancouver, of course, and BC alone. Well, especially now because you've been going a lot more out there with events that I've noticed. Like you're doing. Is it kind?
Yeah.
What events have you been going and doing out there and out in East as well? You've been
I've been to BC. I've been to BC once, and that was for Kind. It was phenomenal. It was my first time out there. It was beautiful.
What do you compare?
Kind was awesome.
Can compare it to the Toronto Kind. Is it the same sort of vibe, or
yes.
who does it better?
Sheriann, that's tough because
just a different vibe. They're both great, but just a different vibe.
Yeah, definitely. BC's smaller. Not smaller where it's noticeable at all, but if you've done Ontario a couple times, it is definitely smaller.
Right.
It's only a day. It was, I think, 10 hours of one day, which was interesting and different, but it was fun. It was definitely fun, and being able to meet all the people out there and put names to faces was awesome.
And the tickets are cheaper too, just so you know.
Are they?
That? Yes, they are. I don't know why. I don't know why, Kind, but they're cheaper in BC, and maybe it's because it's just the one-day event. Me and Rosia we were thinking about going down there, but it's just the one-day event, maybe. But I guess once they get to be bigger, they'll expand it to 2 days, and
they might, and I think they should. They definitely had enough foot traffic for it. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
That was it was definitely fun. That was in 2024.
Right.
Yeah.
And okay, and so in 2025, you guys then expanded to Montreal.
We did.
Now, Montreal's a whole different 420 community because from what I've experienced, I would go to sample parties here in Toronto, and the poor LPs from Quebec would come themselves. They wouldn't bring samples, and I would feel so bad for them because apparently, in Quebec, you're not allowed to sample their product at sampling parties like we're fortunate enough to do in a lot of provinces in Canada. Alberta's got some really cool things going on too right now. Anyway, you can actually buy weed from cannabis events in Alberta now.
You can.
We need to get our shit together, Ontario.
I know.
Anyway, okay, so Yeah, with it being kind of, even though Montreal is part of Canada, it is a little bit of a, is it a different market out there? Or do you find
It's
it?
different, and you know what? That warehouse is a whole different beast completely. Are you familiar with Inhale Nation?
I think I've
Had
heard
you
of
ever
it.
heard of Inhale Nation? You would have before. They
What
were a
is it?
wholesaler, was around for a long time
Is that wholesaler?
in Quebec. So they did the same. Yeah, they did the same thing as us. And in 2025, the very beginning, we acquired them. So Inhale Nation turned into Smoke Arsenal Quebec. So it
Okay.
was different in the aspect of they already had staff, they already had it going, they already had products. They actually even have stores in Quebec that they sell through.
Okay.
So that was something that was different than BC because they already knew what they were doing. It
Yeah.
was less training, less differentials, and they already had a lot of those Quebec customers as well. Because you're
Yeah.
totally right, Sheriann, it is a different beast, and
It is.
we weren't initially suited out for it.
Yeah.
So to have them on board, it's really helped us out.
Yeah. And there's been a ton of LPs coming out of Quebec in the last couple of years. Tons
A
of them.
ton, and
And they're actually really
you know
nice.
what's awesome about That's all, and you know what's awesome about it is I go to New Brunswick all the time.
Yeah.
I'm really close with the government, so the New Brunswick province works where all their stores are cannabis NBs. So they're all government owned, government run, and they have just the most phenomenal staff. They are paid great, they have great benefits, they have great events,
Wow.
they are just solid people. Their staff is some of the staff they've been there 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
uh Long
Well,
story
that says a
short though,
lot.
because that's it, right? And because it's New Brunswick and because they're so close to the border of Quebec, I saw a lot of these LPs come to the New Brunswick events. So I would meet them there, and then I'd meet them in Ontario, so it was kind of fun to see them bounce back and forth and then
Nice.
see them skyrocket. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we did. There was a ton of really great Quebec LPs that came out with some really great products in the last couple of years. So it's exciting
Yeah.
to see. Same with BC. BC's really knocking it out of the park right now too. So it's
Oh yeah,
pretty
big time.
it's
Big
pretty
time.
exciting. So like I said earlier, if we were me, and uh, I'm not an LP or I'm not a business, but I was looking for some of your products. Let's see, the Cannabis Guy, Spirit Leaf, and High Life in Toronto, they all carry your products, and there is quite a few. Almost all really no. Don't almost all dispensaries carry your products now
The
in
the
the GTA?
GTA is pretty heavy. The GTA is pretty heavy, especially considering we have the cash and carry. Because we
Yeah.
have that, essentially when a store owner or manager, whoever it is, comes to our shop to shop for the first time, they are absolutely in love from the very first
Oh,
second,
for sure.
and it's hard to go back to shopping online.
Of course. That's why I'm like, I know I'd be a big kid running around there, rolling around. I need the whole freaking day at your store.
And
And it
some
is in
do, and some
Etobicoke.
do.
Yeah. And it's in
It is.
Etobicoke. It's
We're
not
we
right in
are
Toronto, but it's worth
No, we're
finding.
right by the Pearson Airport. We're right by the
Okay.
airport, which is really nice because when we have people fly in, like we'll have customers that will come down and they'll fly in for a day
And you pick them
and
up.
they'll choose out what they want and they'll fly home and we ship it to them.
You guys are awesome.
And that's really nice because we're close to the airport. There's no car rentals involved, nothing like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's nice with the accommodation.
Yeah, and like I said, they're gonna go in there. If they've never been in there before, they better bring a very full credit card because they're going to leave with a lot of really exciting, fun things that
Yeah.
that you guys carry, right? And
At least once a day, I hear people come in and say, "I just needed, 1, 2, 3, 4 things," and they have a shopping cart full.
like I said, you're the dollar store of 420, right? I've just
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So you guys, you have I see your online marketplace on Amazon, and then of course, if anybody wants to go and they can go onto your website as well and have a good look at what you guys carry.
Yeah, if
Everything's on
anyone
there.
wants to go onto our website, you can. Like even if you're not a store owner
Yeah,
or a manager, you can
yeah,
go on and see products. And the best thing about it is you can go to your local store and say, "Hey, I see this right on the website.
yeah.
Can you bring this in for me?" And it's the best part about it.
And I've done that before too. So yeah, so if any business owners are looking to stock any of your Smoke Arsenal products, they can reach out to you, right, Brittany? and you can
They
help
can.
them out with all that. So yeah, we went over that. So you
definitely
don't sell to public. We gotta work on that.
I know. I'll open my own store one day.
I know you will. That's my last question. So don't keep questioning yourself with my questions. Okay.
I'm reading your mind.
I think you are. Okay, so Smoke Good Arsenal, you attend all. You guys really are. You're pretty much at every 420 event in the GTA.
We try to be.
You are.
We try
You
to
pretty
be.
much are.
Yeah.
Everyone I'm at, you're at. So out of all the Toronto events in the since legalization, Dolph Ice, what is your favorite event that you have been to that is 420? And don't anybody get all, it's just feedback is good. People need to know.
And my answer is going to be completely from vendor perspective. Sheriann,
Yep.
I have only ever been to a handful of events where I haven't been a vendor or where I haven't been handing out business cards.
Yes.
And honestly, grow up. Grow Up is the best. The people who run it are phenomenal. The pricing is worth it. The booth sizes are great. The people are awesome. The conversations we have are great. The venue's awesome, but it's always smooth. It's always no hiccups.
Very
You know, if we ever
professional.
need, it's very professional. If we ever need
Very.
a couple extra staff members in, it's no problem. Here's the access pass.
Yeah.
Grow Up is great. I recommend it to all of my friends that are
I agree.
LPs. Like everyone should go to Grow Up. Yeah.
It's my favorite event too. Randy is
Yeah.
sometimes slow at getting back to people, but it's only because they're so busy at Grow Up. So just hang tight.
He
If you
is
send
so
messages to Randy and his team will always get back to you, but they're so accommodating. They're so
Yeah.
great. I've worked with them for the last 2 years, and Randy has just let me kind of do my own thing, and because I give back to him by running around and showing everything, right? And that's when I was lucky enough to get to when Tommy Chung asked me if I could interview him. So it's definitely my favorite. It's just there's so many, and everybody comes from all over. Like last year, I met so many people from Spain and from the East. They come from everywhere, not just Canada. They come from everywhere, and it's so fun because that's the one time of the year where we actually can all get together and hang out for 2 or 3 days, depending on how many days you're there. But it is such a great community. And yeah, that's definitely my favorite. So if you've never been to a Toronto Grow Up or even a Vancouver and Edmonton, if you can, go. Trust me, it's the greatest place to network and meet so many people that really have a passion for what they're doing.
It's a good time. It's really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay. So let's see. So what do you think needs to change in our community? We don't have enough time, right?
Question.
Yeah, okay. We just need to be kinder, don't you think? Don't you think people need to be more understanding and we just need to accept everybody a little bit more and be better.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I mean, even
agree.
me too. Like I feel like, okay, sometimes I dislike people too. And I actually did. I actually went up to somebody at an event not too long ago, somebody who is not very nice to me. And I went up to that person and I reached out the olive branch, and I think she almost pooped her pants, but she was nice back to me. And because I don't like feeling that. I want to go back to 6 years ago when I was at Lyft and we all fucking liked each other. We weren't there to be better. We actually all enjoyed each other's company, and I don't really know what happened. It just seems like we have a division, and I just think we all need to. We're all here for one reason. Let's get back to that. And if it's going to take other people to help us get to that, like OCS and stuff, to build that bond with the 420 community, because I can tell you right now, as far as like these venues where they say, oh, you need to be a bartender. Well, you know what? 70% of the people in there are not bartenders. Okay, because people message me and go, I'm not a bartender, and it kind of ticks me off, but I'm not going to go to that vendor because they uninvited me, and I'm going to be the better person and not go. You don't want me there? Fine. I won't help you promote your event. So that's all. No big deal to me. So
that's it.
It's fair enough, right? you know,
Kindness and understanding. Kindness and understanding.
for sure. Okay, got a couple more questions, and then we're gonna wrap this up, honey doll. What is your
Tell me.
opinion? I'm curious because we're in the same sort of boat. What is your opinion on dispensaries being allowed to open at 7 a.m.? I'm curious. I've been seeing a lot of chit chat on social media about this, but I'm just curious what your thought is on that.
I've talked to a lot of store owners about it, and I've known a lot of these guys for over 3 years, and I mean 80% of them are at their own stores 24/7. They're already doing all of this work, and a lot of them have young kids at home. They've got families. They've got. We all know how expensive life is.
Yeah.
So for them to have to, it's obviously opening up competition. The moment someone does it, you have to do it too. So I just feel bad for the store owners. I really do. At the end of the day, it sucks. It's a lot off their plate. I mean, they're already doing so much for their stores. And never mind that, people don't understand that, yes, they have to be at their stores and, do payroll and stock the shelves and this and that. They're there placing their OCS orders. They're receiving their OCS orders. They're coming to Smoke Arsenal and buying accessories. They're going home and having to make dinner. They're having to do a lot of other shit too.
Yeah.
So it's just hard to see people have to do this.
It's ridiculous.
It's just not fair.
Okay, let's just be honest here, Brittany. I'm 57. I've worked all my life until I got brain cancer, and I've worked in the corporate world. I worked warranty program, worked as a legal secretary. Not once have I ever started a job at 7 a.m.
You know what? Neither
Never.
have
It's
I.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. 1 hour.
Maybe, and you know what? Well, in construction, guys and in the trades industry, they definitely do. But no one's thinking about going to a dispensary at that time. No, you don't. You're going to grab a coffee. You're going to.
You make sure you have enough weed to get you through till you can go to the dispensary later on in the day.
If you need to have a joint at 7 a.m., exactly, be prepared. And we've all, I'm pretty sure, gotten used to being prepared at 7 a.m. None of us are really in a strap. And if you are, man, you wait till they're open.
Yeah, and let's be honest,
it's not a need.
Yeah, let's be honest. These dispensaries will be open, let's say, from 7 to 9, and they'll be lucky to probably have 2 customers. And I think now, especially in Toronto,
how much is
it's electricity?
A little unsafe. How much is rent? How much is staff wages? Everything.
Yeah, and I just think right now in our times, it's unsafe. It's unsafe. It's opening right now is when the creepies in Toronto are on the streets at 7 a.m, and that's when they're going to be walking in our dispensary. So I think these dispensary owners and OCS should start thinking a little bit about, I'm not even a bud tender, but I'm thinking about dispensary people who work in dispensaries, and I'm about their well-being. Because there is, it's been an uprising in every business that it's getting bad as far as,
And a lot of them are kids, and never mind the city, these country towns that, it's 7 a.m. and it's December, it's pitch black out. That's not the safest thing to be out in, right?
Not at all.
And it's not 7 a.m. It's 6:30, really, leaving your house.
Yeah.
So,
and you know what? When I grew up, Brittany, in Toronto in the 80s, way before you were probably born, but when I was raised here, when I worked here, if you worked like a waitress and you worked after 11 o'clock, your employer was responsible to make sure you got home in a cab and paid for it. Of course, they've thrown that out the door now. But if you want,
I didn't even know that.
If you want good staff, and if you want to keep your staff safe, you have to start thinking for your staff too, not just for your own wallet. I mean, I've been smoking cannabis. I'm 57 since I was 11, so a long freaking time, and I've never run out because I've been prepared. Because I'm a grown person.
Your dealer wasn't up at 7 a.m.
Like I said, I was prepared. We're grown-ups. We are responsible to have it the night before, so we don't have to worry about that. So I don't know why the dispensaries, I just think I don't even know where the heck that even came from. So they have other things that they should worry about before opening dispensaries at 7 I know that's crappy. I'm up at 5 every morning, and I'd be really ticked off if I had to go to work at 7 a.m. Like, it's just, I don't feel safe out there on the streets at 7 a.m. in the morning, especially when it's dark out. But what do I say?
Their shifts have to change in store. Everything has to change. It's just ridiculous.
Everything, right? So it's a waste. To me, it's almost like it's a waste of money. So anyway, Brittany, I just want to say we're winding down here. And so if anybody wants to get in touch with you, if they want to follow you on social media or pick your brain or anything to do with Smoke Arsenal or you, where can they find you? Where are you on social media?
I'm on Instagram. It's just Brittnay. You can find me there.
Okay.
Sheriann can tag me in some videos. You guys can find them.
I will.
And then if anyone wants to reach out about any work stuff, my phone number is 647-641-9944, or email me. It's just Brittnay, Brittany, the right way, and then smokearsenal.com.
That is so awesome. Well, I really, really appreciate you taking your hour out of your Sunday in this very dark. It looks like we're going to have a storm. That's why it's so dark in here. It's like pitch black.
Yeah.
It's pitch black. And it's cold out. Like, I don't know what's going on out there. But yeah, so I know. Just thanks for, being such an awesome person. Thanks for always making your Smoke Arsenal fun to come to when I come to events, and always exciting to see what you have.
Thanks, Sheriann.
So so thank you very much. So everybody out there, so please follow the
NOK
by the
Network.
warehouse
soon.
Yeah, I will. I really am going to. I really am, and that's a promise. So so you can follow us on the NOK Network on Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, and on our website at www.noknetwork.com. Almost made it. So please make sure to come back next Sunday for my next podcast. Thank you very much for spending this last hour with me. That's a wrap.
Thanks for having me.
See ya.
Bye. See you later.
Careless with a delicate man, and it's a sad, sad world when a girl will break a boy just because she can. And don't you tell me to deny it. I've done wrong and I wanna suffer for my sin. I've come to you cause I need guidance to be true, and I just don't know where I can begin. Oh, what I need is a good defense, cause I'm feeling like a criminal, and I need to be redeemed to the one I've sinned against, because he's all I